Welcome to another episode of Story Hackers, where we take a book and hack into the story while exploring all the different sections of the library. I'm Joanna Fabicon, and I love reading. I also love making learning fun for kids. And I work here. Do you know what I do? That's right. I'm a children's librarian here at the Central Library. See how you were able to guess just from a few clues? Today we have a book that tells a story by playing a similar game. Books like this make taking on a challenge really fun, and I think the librarian from the San Pedro Branch Library would agree.
Hi Joanna, you caught up with me. I was just picking out some books at the library, including Clothesline Clues, Sports People Play by Catherine Hellig and Deborah Hembrook. Each page in this book has illustrations by Andy Robert Davies that give you clues to the sports that kids are playing on the next page. It's kind of like a game or a quiz. Let's try one of our own. Okay, what has 4 wheels, laces, and its first reported use was on a London stage in 1743. Can you guess? I'll give you a minute. I think you got it. Roller skates. And since we're talking about sports, let's head up to the park. We're here in Angels Gate Park in the beautiful town of San Pedro. So in Clothesline Clues, you'll see that each page of the book has clothes and other items hanging on a clothesline. It's even in the title. Before there were electric dryers, people had to hang their clothes on the clothesline to dry after washing their laundry by hand. Some people still use a clothesline to save on electricity or to extend the life of their clothes. Both are reasons to promote environmentalism. Books on environmentalism can be found in section 339. If you choose a book like Earth Day Every Day by Lisa Bullard, you will learn about all kinds of small changes you can make to your lifestyle to lower your carbon footprint. Hanging your clothes on a clothesline is one way to start. There are so many fun sports riddles in Clothesline Clues. Let's try one together. High tops, orange ball, score 2 points, hooray. Gym shorts and tank top. What sports does she play? She plays basketball. And look, there's even people hooping it up right behind us. Okay, our next hack looks into the most popular sport in the world, football, or as we in America call it, soccer. If you like soccer too, I have a how-to book that you might like called Soccer Time by Terry Pierce. There are many other soccer books in the 793s, but this book is in the independent reader section, so make sure to ask your librarian to check it out. So, Soccer Time is the perfect introduction to learn about basic soccer skills and practice your reading skills. Okay, we have one more book to hack into. Let's get rolling. For this last book, we decided to go with the quizzical and riddle-y nature of Clothesline Clues. If you're paying attention, there's actually a school bus on every single page of Clothesline Clues. And so that's why I chose I Spy a School Bus. Riddles by Jean Marzillo, photographs by Walter Wick. In this book, you're given a really nice picture of a scene and some things that you need to look for on that page. So it says, I spy a bus, 2 trees, a green star, a hopscotch game, and a smile on a car. And then you just explore the page and look for all those items that it mentions. Now, of course, if you want to look a little bit more, you'll find things that you didn't even know were there. So for this book, if you like scavenger hunts, you're going to love I Spy a School Bus. So now we've looked at books on riddles, soccer and sports, and environmentalism. I think Joanna has a fun game planned for us.
Hi, Lauren. Do you need some help?
Hi, Joanna. Yes, I could really use some help blowing up these balloons. I'm so excited to share a fun activity with you today. When I read through Clothesline Clues, I wanted to hop, run, jump, and play. It made me think of a fun activity, balloon tennis. The great part is that you can play it outside on a nice sunny day, and if it's too hot or cold outside, you can bring it inside for a fun indoor activity too. You'll need to blow up some balloons, around 5 or 10, enough to fill up a box or a basket, and look around for a fly swatter to use as a tennis racket.
Wow, tennis was one of the featured sports in this book. Let's see if I can find that page.
Okay, let's see.
Here it is. There's the tennis racket, and there's the racket hitting the tennis ball.
But instead of tennis balls, we have balloons, and our fly swatters will be our tennis rackets.
Looks like there's a game going on already.
Let's play.
Okay.
Let's talk about the science behind the force that we use to hit the balloons. Newton's third law of motion describes action and reaction forces. The law says that for action force, there is an equal and opposite reaction force. Imagine hitting a tennis ball. The racket puts a force on the ball. This is the action force. Then the ball gives an equal and opposite force on the racket. This is the reaction force.
So if we hit a tennis ball really hard, our arms would get a reaction force that's just as strong.
That is correct. This is how a lot of sports injuries happen, but don't worry, with our balloon tennis activity, the balloons are so light that it doesn't take a lot of force to hit them into the air or across the room.
That was so much fun. I'm definitely going to try balloon tennis with my friends and family the next time they're around. Thank you so much, Lauren. If playing balloon tennis makes you want to learn more about sports, we have the perfect resource for you. Go to our website, lapl.org, and scroll down to Just for Kids and Teens. Then, click on Homework Help and find Gale in Context Elementary. In the search box, type tennis, and you'll see all kinds of information show up. For example, here's a fun fact. Tennis has been played since the 1500s. That means it's more than 500 years old. You can also find out about famous tennis players like Serena Williams, too. Do you like movies about sports? Then check out Canopy Kids. You can find all sorts of videos and short movies on sports, history, science, and more. To get started, ask a grown-up to help you set up an account with your library card. It's free. Then pick out the movie you want to watch, grab some popcorn, and enjoy. I have one more riddle for you. What is always fun, gets us interested in all kinds of books, and now is at its end? Of course, it's this episode of Story Hackers. So until we see you next time, happy reading.
Hello, I'm John Szabo, the City Librarian for the Los Angeles Public Library, and I hope you enjoyed watching today's episode and learned something exciting and new. I encourage you to read today's featured books, and then start thinking about what else you'd like to read. Reading helps us learn, of course, but it also helps us unlock all kinds of mysteries and discover exciting new worlds. We have more than 6 million books at the library. Yes, 6 million. So I promise we have something that will interest you. We also have a great website that your parents can help you explore. You'll find fun games to play and activities to enjoy. You can even get help with your homework. The Los Angeles Public Library is here to support your family, and our fabulous staff is always ready and eager to help you develop a lifelong love of learning. So keep reading and make sure to catch our next episode on KLCS.